everyone. I'm just checking that I'm going live okay. I need to activate my comments. Always takes me a while to set up on here. Okay, let's have a look. I should be going live on YouTube and on Facebook. Yes, going live on YouTube. Just checking. Facebook as well. Yep, going live on Facebook as well. Brilliant. So I decided to do the messages for the week live. There's a couple of advantages from my side, which is that I don't need to upload them. They go straight on to the platforms. So it's much easier for me. So, first of all, anyone that's watching this, feel free to comment, because what I'm going to do as well is open up to questions and answers, Q&A afterwards, just to see what happens. I'm just in my flow, so we'll see what happens. But if anybody is on and they want to ask a question, then ask a question and we'll see what the cards have to say. But first I want to do the messages for the week. So, but first of all, please remember to take a nice deep breath. We can do that together and just take a breath. If you find that you're just breathing into your chest, that's kind of quite shallow breathing. So we want to kind of open it up so that as you breathe, as you inhale, you feel your belly expanding. And once your belly has expanded on the inhalation, you can actually then consciously and actively open up your chest, open up your rib cage. I like to say, open up your heart, of course, and you can inhale more. So it's like a two-step breath. But that way, we're maximizing our life force, because that breath coming in, obviously, your body without your breath is not you, right? So that breath coming in is your body. So yes, so basically I'm just checking if there's any comments and if I've got my comment thing activated, because I'm not sure that it's activated at the moment, but I'll see anyway afterwards. So yes, breathing, it's really important to take those breaths and to really connect with your heart and relax your physical body. And it helps when you close your eyes, because it really helps you go within. And this is so important, well, I would say all day, every day, but especially listening to someone like me or to anything, especially like tarot or anything, because when you're tuned into your heart and you're tuned into your own energy, you will feel if you are resonating with a message or with some words or with a concept, with an idea, with a person, you know, with a system, whatever it might be. If you're resonating with it, then it means that it is for you. It means that it's come in for you for some reason. And of course, if you're not resonating with it, just let it float on by, because it's not for you. And so what's really important, and I just want to share this before we do the cards, what's really important is that we activate our own intuition. So any messages that come through, because this is a general reading, okay? So any messages that come through, you know, if they resonate with you, then your connection to your own guidance source of guidance, your own personal wisdom, is going to tell you exactly how that message applies to you, and how you can apply it to your life. So it's really important that you activate your own intuition, and personalize, I want to say, any energies, any messages. Personalize the experience for yourself. And especially at the end when we do question and answers, because a lot of people, I get messages all the time saying, you didn't have time to answer my question, or I didn't see it, or whatever. But I got a lot out of listening to other people's. That's often the case. So we'll see. If you are on Facebook, then please check out my YouTube channel. I've put the links in the description. And if you are on the YouTube channel, please check out my Facebook and follow me there. And I would like to just ask if anybody is watching to send a quick comment, because I'm not sure that my comment system is working. If anyone is watching and would like to just say hello to let me know that you can hear me and see everything okay, and just leave a comment. It'd be nice to see if anybody is on live. Otherwise, I will just carry on and keep it up as the weekly messages. So let's take that deep breath that we talked about. Tuning in. Thank you, Kathy. I just wanted to make sure that it was working. Oh, hello, Geraldine Flanagan here. Thank you. Oh yeah, Nanny Tumble Story. I remember now. That's your name. I've got someone on Facebook and someone on YouTube, so that's perfect. Okay. But thank you, Kathy, anyway, for confirming that. Yeah, it just activates something within me when I know that there are people there, at least in the outside of me. Okay, I've got 3 cards out. Let's see what the tarot wisdom is for this week. Now, I'm not surprised to see this young man, the 7 of Wands. I'm really not surprised to see him. I've been getting him in my own personal readings, and he has come up the last couple of private readings I did for people. So yes, there's definitely an energy of the 7 of Wands going on at the moment. Now, the 7 of Wands is about courage and conviction. And wands are physical action in the physical world. And wands are fire. So they represent courage, passion, being bold, a force to be reckoned with, I want to say, and transformation. Now, what I really want to say with this, and that you will have recognized this in your life already somewhere in some ways, but everything's going to a new, bigger, more expanded level. Have you noticed that? So this card is about standing your ground and doing what you believe in. Now, it could be in any area of life, and it could be on any level. But what I want to say is it's stand your ground and stand your ground on what you believe. But I also want to say stand your ground on who you believe you are. So what I mean by that is we're all expanding into more of who we are. And if there is a version of you, okay, so everything is happening in the now moment. Okay, there is no past, there is no future. Everything's happening in the now moment. So your future already exists in the now moment, but you're not experiencing your future because you're not resonating with it yet. You're not at the frequency that future version of you is. Now, how do we become the frequency of that future version of us? We know as creator beings that we can't just sit there and wait. That's the number one thing that isn't going to work. You can't just sit there and wait for that new version of you to come to you, because we know that the outside, that what you are perceiving as being outside, we know that that is a holographic projection of who you are. So this is why we say you have to be the change that you want to see in the world, but you also have to be that version of you. You have to be that version of you, or you at least have to believe in that version of you in order to create that version of you. Does that make sense? Because everything outside is reflecting a part of you. So these ones here, see, he's quite defensive, right? But he's standing his ground. It's not a battle. It looks like it's a battle, but it's actually, you're actually battling yourself. You're actually battling your old self, because these wands here, I always think of these wands as being people who are doubting you. Okay. But we know that if there is anybody outside of you, I have to keep putting outside of you in inverted commas, because we know that from a quantum perspective, there is nothing outside of you, right? So the people that you're perceiving as being outside of you, if any of them are doubting you, you know that that is a reflection of the parts of you that doubt you. And that's okay, right? We're not judging them for doubting you, and we're certainly not judging you for doubting you. We've all been brought up in the matrix. We've all been brought up, you know, not to believe in our own power as creator human beings, and it is daunting, and we don't always know who we really are. You know, that version, that future version is a version of you that your soul has chosen for this lifetime. And your soul has chosen your destiny. And your destiny is like the free will of your higher self. So when you have those truth bumps, when everything falls into place, that's you living your destiny and being who your soul wants you to be in this lifetime. But we are so full of programming, aren't we, that we start not being who we came here to be, or we start playing small. I want to use that phrase because that's come up a lot. We start playing small, and then we start building in our own belief. We start building in our own self-love. We start understanding our own power, but then it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it goes into areas that we still can't comprehend with our limited human thinking. So he's standing his ground, and he's being really bold. And maybe what I'm doing now is an example of it. You know, doing this live, you know, going out there. Normally I record it, you know, and then I upload it. So it's kind of brave in a way. Is it the real me? I'm feeling okay. So it's about doing what the real you wants to do, but we don't always know what that is. We need to follow our inspiration. I was inspired to do it. I've learned to trust my inspiration, and I've learned to trust my intuition. And I want to say that about this card. This is about trusting your own convictions. That's what this card is about. You have a belief in something. You have a belief in something you want to do. You have a belief in someone that you know you really are. You know, you have a belief in a life that you know you're meant to be living. You know, you have a belief in a relationship that you know you're meant to be having. You have this belief, and it's in you. And the reason that it's in you is because it's part of your destiny, and your destiny is unfolding, especially now. I mean, astrologically and energetically, between, you know, the autumn equinox and the winter solstice this year, it's crazy times. And it's a time for doing this inner work. It's kind of really important. I think we're going to come back to him. I just want to check the other cards because I haven't turned them over yet. I have them face down. Now we have the Six of Pentacles. Now, what is beautiful about the Six of Pentacles is that it shows that there is financial security. He's not a King of Pentacles. Hi, Christina. He's not a King of Pentacles, and he's not like he hasn't got the Midas touch. He's not, the Ten of Pentacles or anything like that, which shows absolute abundance. We've got cards in the deck that show, so much abundance. He is showing, look at the balance. What he's showing is, it is financial because it's Pentacles, but my interpretation of Pentacles is very much abundance in general. So it includes health, happiness, joy, love, of course, and financial security, financial stability. And we can create financial stability and financial security by feeling financially secure on the inside. It's the frequency of feeling that abundance on the inside that is creating it on the outside. That's a really important point to remember as creator human beings. So I'll share this one. Galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. That's a powerful affirmation, and it helps raise your frequency to that of, well, it's a gratitude one as well. This is where gratitude plays a really big role, because when we are grateful for everything we have and everything that is in our life, then that frequency of gratitude gets reflected back to us in us having more gratitude for the things we have in life. Okay. So the scales are showing the balance between giving and receiving, because as everybody is a reflection of a part of us, when we give to another, we are giving to a part of us. So giving is receiving, if that makes sense. But we do need to top up our own energy first. A lot of people tend to give more readily than allow to receive. And that's part of the playing small that we've just been talking about. That's part of the playing small. And playing big, if that's the opposite, it doesn't mean that you're bigger than anybody else. It doesn't mean that you're better than anybody else. I think this is an important point as well. I think what stops a lot of us from expanding into more of who we are is that we feel uncomfortable believing that we're bigger or better than anybody else, right? And that holds us back. But when you remember that there is no one else and there is only you, and of course you're not bigger or better than anybody else, but by being as big or as expanded or, playing your full role, I want to say, fulfilling your full potential in this lifetime, that's not taking away from anybody else. It's actually giving to other people. That's what this card is all about. It's the balance between giving and receiving, and that we're actually balancing. So if you give to the poor, you're balancing yourself, because we need to give in order to be balanced, but we need to equally receive. There has to be a balance between it, and understanding that everybody is a part of you really helps with that balance. But if you're trying to help other people from a place of depletion, that's just not going to work. And I know a lot of people that do that. And it's like they say, putting your oxygen mask on in the aeroplane. They always say, don't they, especially if you have children, they always say, put your mask on first before you help them. But in the panic of the situation, it's very easy to want to help our loved ones first, isn't it? But if you think about it from a logical, common sense perspective, and from a quantum perspective, but anyway, if you try and help, let's say you've got two kids here and you're trying to help them, you can put their masks on, you can put the other one's mask on, by which time you're struggling, aren't you? So you can't help anybody else and you're struggling to get your mask on. Whereas if you put your mask on first and just take a couple of breaths, fill yourself up, whether it be oxygen, but of course we're going to fill ourselves up with self-love and self-respect and confidence and deservingness and worthiness. Fill ourselves up. Okay, make sure that we're satiated. Make sure that our frequency is as high as possible. And when we've done that with the oxygen mask, we're coming from a place of absolute power. We're coming from a place of where the love and the joy and the everything that we have is so abundant. Our hearts are bursting and they're overflowing. Have you ever had that feeling when you just love so much that it's overflowing and you want to give it to everyone around you? So like, your strength and your love, and your morality, I want to say, is like so overwhelmingly overflowing, if that makes sense, that you can not only help your own children, but you're in a place of power and strength and joy and inner understanding to help all the other people on the plane. You see what I'm saying? So this is about keeping that balance. We have to be able to receive. A lot of people feel uncomfortable receiving money. A lot of people feel uncomfortable receiving compliments. I remember many years ago, if anyone said, I had nice eyes or something, I would just go cross-eyed in front of them and smile, just making fun because I couldn't receive the compliment. I remember it was a lot of discomfort around actually saying thank you. It's quite uncomfortable to do that sometimes. Try it. That can be one of your lessons, your practices for this time, for this week, whenever you watch this, because time is just an illusion, right? So whenever you watch this, but just try that when somebody gives you a compliment. Can you take a beautiful breath of love inside and just say, thank you? It might feel uncomfortable at first. I know it did with me. And probably still does on some level. I'm sure that was a message for me. So the Six of Pentacles is telling us to balance the giving and receiving. And also, let's just go back to this feeling of financial security, because when you are grateful for everything that you have, then you will create gratitude for everything that you have, right? It's a power. It's an energy that brings things in. You can have advanced gratitude as well. So you can be grateful for things that haven't yet physically in this linear timeline come into your reality. But you can be grateful for them already, because that frequency of gratitude for having something is what's going to create it for you. Now, that's an interesting one, isn't it? It's a quantum truth. Get your head around that one. There is a little message here of not needing to have millions and millions and millions. This is about having enough. Now, when you understand that you are the creator of your reality and there is only you creating your reality, you understand that you have always had the money that you've needed. You've always had the resources that you've needed. Okay? Galore, I have everything I need and more. When you can, if you say that, you feel every cell of your body expanding. That is the frequency rising within you. And it's that frequency that when you embody that frequency, galore, I have everything I need and more. So what does true abundance mean for you? True abundance is about having everything you need and everything you want. And if you trust that the universe is bringing whatever you need, so like if your car breaks down, you just trust that the universe will bring you some way or another the money, the mechanic, the resources, the time that you need in order to fix it. If you have that trust in the universe, then you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. That's abundance. That's where your feeling of financial stability and financial security can come from, if you don't have it in the material world. Okay, so that's an interesting point. And the other thing I want to share with this card is that he's giving to one beggar and not the other. And we're often caught up in having to be fair, and it's like, no, there is only you. If you want to donate to one charity, you can't donate to all charities, can you? There will be a charity that resonates with you. We all have our chosen charities, our areas that we want to help people. We can't all help everybody, can we? And it's not designed that way. We're designed to be so beautifully, beautifully unique. And that whatever inspires us is the direction that we want to go in. And some charities, some groups, that you might want to help a particular group, and you're resonating with it, and you're resonating with it for a reason. It's something inside of you. So whether that is from your own experience that you want to help people. So with my 2 books, for example, Heal Yourself to Happiness, it's an account of how I used healing modalities to help me heal on numerous levels. If you are new to that, just to let you know, from my website at deborahjanesutton.com, you can download the PDF version of Heal Yourself to Happiness totally free. It's free to download in PDF version on my website, deborahjanesutton.com. I think there's a link in the description somewhere. And the paperback is available from Amazon. I think there's a link somewhere as well. Unless you're local in the Costa Blanca North and you're close to the Garden Retreat in Pago, and you can come in and get a signed copy. And my second book, Heal Your Soul, was about my journey and how I studied soul realignment and how I healed past life issues and stuff like that. So, my direction is based on my experience, and also it will be based on my destiny and what my soul has chosen, and it's exactly the same for you. So you're going to be helping people in whichever way your experience tells you to, whichever way your inspiration tells you to, and whichever way your destiny wants you to. And it's fun to see that destiny unfolding, because we know that when we do what we're inspired to do, it makes us feel good. We came here with activities that we want to do because they make us feel good, and they're all different, and we're all so unique. And that's what's so beautiful about it all. We all come from source energy, yet we're so beautifully, beautifully unique. And so how we want to express ourselves is so unique as well. And we very often are helping other people when we do what we love. So it's a win-win situation, isn't it? And this is how we create this beautiful community and this opportunity for expansion. So the third card coming up for this week is the 8 of Wands. And what I love about the 8 of Wands, a couple of things here. We've got the 7 of Wands here. So in tarot, when you have consecutive cards coming up, the 7 of Wands coming into the 8 of Wands, that is a really, really powerful sign. That is a sign that we're on the right track. That is a sign that everything's progressing. It's also a sign that everything's happening really quickly. That's a sign of consecutive cards. But the 8 of Wands is also on its own a sign of things happening really quickly. So these are 8 wands falling into place. So it's as if this guy, I thought we were going to go back to him. He's ignoring these naysayers. He's ignoring these people doubting him. He's ignoring all of this, and he's got courage and conviction, and he's going ahead, and he's doing what he loves, and he's doing what he wants to do because he has total belief in his own inspiration. He has belief in his own intuition. He has belief in who he really is. And he's not worrying about what other people think. And what's beautiful about that, it's because he's done that. It's because he is being the version of himself that he wants to be. He is being that person now. Don't wait for things to happen. Don't wait for yourself to change. Just be the person that you're meant to be, that you want to be. And that's why everything has fallen into place for him. That's why all these arrows are going in the right direction. And talking of arrows, just remember, for the arrow to go straight and ahead, and fast, arrows always have to get pulled back a little bit first, don't they? So never worry if you have a little bit of something to work on, or some healing to be done, or time out, you're feeling tired or poorly or something. It's okay. Maybe you feeling that you're not making much progress. Maybe you're on a plateau, but we know that that's how people learn. That's how people grow. And we know that's how arrows shoot forward, is by just going back a little bit before they fly forward. So that's a little reminder as well. So the message with this card is that your all challenges and delays have been removed. And now everything can fall into place. It's actually the luckiest card in the tarot deck. And everything is falling into place, and quickly so. So there's a message there. Just reminding anyone that's watching that I'm doing Q&A as well, and I have my cards here if you want to ask a question. So please ask a question in the comments. I would be happy to answer it. Any question. It can be a personal question, it can be a worldly question, it can be a spiritual question, any question. And I will see what the cards have to say. So yes, so these messages for this week: stand your ground, have courage and conviction in your own belief of who you are and who you want to be. Not coming from a programmed place, coming from an inspired, intuitive place. Remembering that it's important to balance our giving and our receiving. And it's important to understand the importance of feeling abundant on the inside in order to create it on the outside. And the Eight of Wands is about everything falling into place. So this is your destiny coming in and falling into place, because you are being that version of yourself, being that future version. So yeah, sometimes some people say fake it before you make it. I mean, I'm not into like faking things, but I understand the concept of that. Fake it before you make it. Just be the person that that you came here to be. I think that's the message, and it does take courage. Okay, so they were your messages for your tarot wisdom for the week. If anybody would like a reading or has a question, then please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, if anyone's new to me, just anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Deborah Jane Sutton, as you can see, and I share emotional healing techniques. I teach the Emotion Code, and I also share yoga workshops at the Garden Retreat in Pago. And I do tarot, as you can see. It's one of my greatest passions as well. And I've already mentioned my books, and there's stuff in the description and links in the description. So I'll just wait a little bit in case anybody does want a message or anybody does have a question. And we will see what the cards have to say. Nope. Okay. In which case, I will love you all and leave you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Have a fantastic week. Thank you for watching. Check out all the links and see you.